位现场以及屏幕前的星际指挥官们，大家下午好，我是主持人焦小度，欢迎大家。那欢迎来到我们2026斗鱼嘉年华星际争霸2传奇邀请赛。那今天我们在武汉星光聚集，16位传奇选手都来到了我们的武汉线下，会跟我们共度这4天快乐的时光。那我们的星际温度从来都没有降温过，这次比赛也是我们送给大家的星际礼物。4天的赛程包括我们的小组赛、8强赛、半决赛以及我们的总决赛，奖金非常的丰厚，每一轮的对决全部都含金量拉满。那话不多说，现在让我们用最热烈的掌声，有请本次比赛的16位传奇选手闪亮登场。第一位登场的是拿下 IM 世界总冠军，拿下 IM 世界冠军，常年稳居世界顶尖虫族行列 ，CBZ 对抗统治，无人能及。让我们欢迎苏。全能人族名将，北美的老牌职业选手，战术体系丰富多变，欧美人族标杆人物，欢迎！第3位，2018平昌电竞表演赛金牌得主，加拿大虫族女王。第4位，国内老牌神族名将解释，我们的本土老将，常年征战国内各大星际赛事，运营稳健，是无数国内老玩家的青春回忆。把掌声送给解释。第5位，韩国凶狠人族 TY 太阳人族，攻防转换节奏顶尖，多届 GSL 4强选手，大赛逆风翻盘，名场面数不胜数，让我们欢迎他。第6位，我们的国内神族标杆Michael 赛德。WCG 星际知名国手，征战海内外国际赛事多年，操作细腻，国内神族初代领军人物之一。欢迎赛德老师。第7位，人族天花板Innovation。ESG 全球总决赛冠军，统治重新时代人族赛场。第8位，我们中国星际里程碑奥利维拉。2023 IM 卡托维兹世界冠军，中国星际史上第1位世界冠军人族选手，创造了属于我们的全球奇迹。再次把掌声送给李培南。第9位，复古战术大师范泰斯。韩国老牌人族联赛常胜名将，多届顶级赛事决赛常客，掌声送给他。第10位，韩国神族猛将英判，大赛抗压能力极强，多届 GSL 8强、4强选手，这面大规模团战堪称教科书，欢迎他。第11位，欧美实力派神族卡拉佐尔，海外人气职业选手，海外联赛常年登顶，灵动多线，打法极具观赏性，让我们欢迎他。第12位，国人人族稳定输出 XY， 国内长期稳定一线人族，线下大赛发挥稳定，无数本土线下赛冠军持有者，让我们欢迎鸟哥。第13位，国服细腻虫族 Coffee， 国内运营流虫族代表，多线控军坦，多线骚扰功底扎实，我们的人气选手，欢迎。国内新生代神族，我们的碳基线，国服顶尖神族，年轻选手代表，有多次的海外比赛经验的传奇选手，让我们欢迎他。第15位，韩国温柔神族DR双线拉扯大师 GSL 冠军选手，神族多线运营开创者之一，让我们把掌声送给他。最后一位，韩国神族天才 Trip 顶级大赛常驻将军，多次拿下国际线下赛冠军 ，PBZ、PBT 的对抗统治级表现。那让我们把掌声再一次送给所有的16位选手。16位星际传奇全员集结，传奇之战正式拉开帷幕。
And they're ready. Thought it was time to jump in. And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome one and all to the Douyu Cup. The Douyu Cup is back. The Douyu Legends Cup. I'm of course Showside VIP. With me, I'm joined by these amazing players, these amazing legends, as well as we're about to be introducing them onto the stage. Take it away. Take it away. We're still not done, Pappy. Oh my god.
两支队伍也是来到了我们的舞台上，也是想问一下，时隔多年再一次组队来打一个3v3的表演赛，心情怎么样？
We got a translator. Let's go.
时隔多年再一次组队打
Take it away, Fantasy.
赛，心情怎么样？
지금 몇 년 만에 지금 3대3으로 팀플 진행하고 있는데 현재 심정이 어떤지 한번 얘기해 주실 수 있을까요?
Oh.
이렇게 이벤트 대회에 참여하게 돼서 너무 기쁘고 재밌는 경기 하도록 하겠습니다.
很开心可以参加这次表演赛，希望可以给大家带来精彩的比赛。
那有没有为这一次的表演赛专属去做一些定制战术呢？
혹시 이번 이벤트 매치 준비하면서 전문적으로 준비한 전략 같은 거 있을까요?
If anyone can translate in the chat, we'd appreciate it. We'd appreciate it. Ah.
전략은 비밀이고요. 그냥 쉽게 이길 수 있을 것 같습니다.
战术的话就保密一下，但我觉得应该可以轻松拿下这场比赛。
啊，很有信心哦。那边说可以轻松拿下你们，你们这个是有羁绊的，是 IG 三雄是吗 ？IG 老将，你们有个新的队名叫什么？
欧的基，欧的基。
欧的基啊！那想问一下，你们3位上一次一起还在这个线下征战，一起在俱乐部的时候是多少年前了？
应该是七八年前了，应该差不多。
那这一次再一次组队，心情怎么样？跟这个老队友们？
还是比较紧张的，说实话，很久没打过这种线下比赛了。
想问一下我们的鸟哥紧不紧张？作为这个心态100分的选手，现在紧张吗？
很紧张。
很紧张吗？你心态可是满分的。
最近很久没打比赛了。
那有没有为这一次比赛特地去复健一下？练得怎么样？
这个保密吧。
好，待会儿我们比赛场上见真章。那也是想问一下 ，Coffee 啊，你们3个有没有赛前一起商量一下有没有什么战术呢？
保密保密。
哎呀，全都在保密，不是你哪怕说了，他们现在也听不懂的。
那我们肯定随便赢他们呀。
啊，随便赢。好的，那么我们传奇的比赛就要由传奇的解说来进行。接下来把画面交给我们最专业、最传奇的解说台。
大家好，欢迎回来，我们来到，欢迎来到本次斗鱼嘉年华全体邀请
And
赛。
welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. And welcome everyone and all to Douyu Cup 2026. This is a intense, a very, I mean, out of the blue actually, a bit of a Legends tournament where old legends from years gone by have returned to StarCraft. They have returned here players like Trap, Innovation, Oliveira, Neeb, Scarlet, Diego, and many others. Even some Chinese players, of course. Oliveira, Max said, XY after returning for quite some time as well. Jeshi, and many others. Welcome back. Welcome back to all the legends here to StarCraft. Likewise, welcome one and all. This is a multi-day event. I believe 4 days. I believe 4 days in total, going through the group stage into the playoffs and some fun show matches as well. Yo, shout out to some of their merch. I don't know if you can see here, but Max said is showing off some of the player badges that they're going to be selling. Either they're selling or giving away. But they do have a bunch of like merch and player badges with all the players that they have before them. Again, Impact is there, papi. Let's go. And before I get ahead of myself, a big shout out to Babelings. Big shout out to Babelings. Thank you so much for providing some translations. Again, we most likely will get some English translators for the English players. But of course, the translators that they have are translating to Chinese from Korean as they're, of course, interviewing them on stage. So we're a little bit limited in what's being asked and what's being told, but regardless, we're here for an amazing week of StarCraft. It's going to be a pretty intense schedule here. We're going to be going through the group stage over the next 2 days, and then the playoffs will be the next 2 days after, I believe. So 4 groups in total. I'm sure we're going to be showing off the eventual bracket soon, but again, we do have 4 groups, 4 players in each group, and I believe first is going to be Group D, featuring Oliveira, Jeshi, XY, and Trap.
在3v3对抗当中呢，神族配合人族是非常强大的，虫族呢就更多的是感觉是一个起到一个辅助作用，在正面战场还或者是辅助团队相方面呢，相对来说的话发挥有限。但是现在这个
Hold on, I'm just trying to make sure that I actually have the correct clean feed.
什么样的神奇表现
I believe I do.
看一下，放在这边很轻松啊，我们现在有虫族很轻松，感觉已经
Oh, this actually might be for my apologies. They might actually be getting ready for the show match. Right, that's why they had 3 players on. True. Okay, so for those that are unaware, there is going to be a show match that's taking place before the group stage, and I believe this is said show match. So very quickly here, the show match is going to be Innovation, Sue, and Trap. Wait, no, that's not who was on stage. I'm not entirely certain if they're getting ready for their group or if they're getting ready for the show match, because there are going to be some show matches played out as well. With Innovation, Sue, and Trap playing against Max said XY and Coffee. Coffee was on stage there. That's XY. Then flipping over to Max said. So it looks like this is going to be a 3v3 show match, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be a best of 1 on Veracity. Okay. So we have a couple of show matches that are going to be taking place. I believe this is kind of like the breaking the ice, if you will. This is going to be the initial introduction before getting into the rest of the matches and the rest of the group stage itself. Okay.
如果是运营到中后期的话，你这个机枪、坦克上面如果配合上黄雾的话，还是非常厉害的。
对，这基本上涨到全部也是大油了。
So just messaging the admins about the clean feed, because the clean feed is a little bit dirty, Pat, because we can hear the other casters, and we're supposed to only hear in game, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll try to fix this up. I might have the wrong link. It's possible. I might have the wrong link. So I just need to double check. No, this is the correct link, I believe. I'm missing something. Huh. Okay. Yeah, this is the correct thing. It looks like it's a bit of a mistake, but we can hear the casters. We'll do our best. We'll do our best to try to cover what we can, and hopefully it gets rectified moving forward into the rest of the events. Hopefully. Just catching up with the chat. How's it feel to be team up again with after all these years? Have you prepared any special strategies? True. Got to be kept secrets, but I think we can take the tournament pretty comfortably. But again, I believe that's in reference to like playing alongside all these other players after so long. Crazy. It's been a long time since I played an offline tournament, so I'm pretty nervous. I think that was innovation. If you tell us about your strategies, the Koreans won't understand. Oh, no. I think that was in reference to Coffee, because I remember everyone laughed when Coffee spoke. Do we know what the requirements are for participating? A certain amount of time since they played, qualified, just vibes. Just get on the good players, you know, like some old legends. Whoever they could get their hands on. I don't think there are any prerequisites to bringing people on. Just because, for example, Scarlet is still an active player. Meanwhile, someone like Innovation's been going for like 4 years. Trap has been going for like 2 years or like a year and a half. So it varies, right? There are some players that have been going for a lot longer than others, like Innovation, like Fantasy, TY as well. Meanwhile, you have Trap, who's more recent. You have Impact from like what, 5 years ago. So it varies. It varies. Just catching up. This is on the new patch? Well, it's on the current live version of the game. Oh, SKT 2 versus OG. Yo, the old guard. XY, Coffee, and Maxed versus Ex-SKT with Innovation, Sue, and Fantasy. I guess that's what they were referencing earlier, because yes, they all used to be on Telecom. And it's a 3v3. Let's go. Okay. We'll lower the volume a little bit here. A little bit. But yeah, it's going to be a 3v3 here. Bearing in mind, this is a best of one show match between Sue, Fantasy, and Innovation versus Coffee, XY, and Maxed. When it comes to the main event, I believe that is scheduled to begin in an hour. They said now that we have a Zerg player, it feels pretty easy. True. Oh, no. According to the Wikipedia, game version Legacy of the Void patch. No, I mean, you say according to the... I mean, it's live. They're not playing on a mod or anything. It's on the live version of the game. Can confirm. The team that has a Zerg will win. True. SKT was stacked back in the day. I mean, this is only a taste of what SKT was, right? SKT had Parting. They had Rain as well. SKT was crazy, baby. It was crazy. That Impact, true. SKT was a team full of ace players, full of aces. It was wild, baby. For now, though, we're jumping into a 3v3. I'll be honest, it's been like a year or more since I've last casted a 3v3. Like I can't imagine that our players have been practicing too much of this either. Fixating mainly on the current patch and the current iteration of the game, I'm sure. Again, there was a lot of discussion about this from the Korean side of things. I think Shin was talking about this, correct? Shin Classic talking about how there were some older players like Trap and Innovation that were practicing on the PTR in preparation for this tournament. So for those that are curious, the players competing here were actively practicing on the PTR ladder. They were getting ready. Not 3v3, but 1v1. Now again, we have Double Terran and Zerg versus Double Terran and Protoss as well. Here on Veracity, it looks like we do have some shared bases, so your initial like main and natural are pretty secure. Getting into the low ground is going to be a little bit more difficult, but because of the rush distance by ground, we're expecting mid-game. Like, I don't really see our players being too active early on. We're just going to calm down. We're going to calm down, chill, open up, get up to 2 bases, maybe work towards a 3rd base, and then start being active across the map. And I don't really know how much this game is going to really tell us, but I think a lot of people, myself included, want to know what is the state of play for someone like Fantasy, someone like Sue, someone like Innovation. Of course, it's important to bear in mind that there's a player like Sue that retired recently, right? Sue retired end of 2024. Like Sue, he was around until very recently in comparison to the others. So in my perspective, those players have the advantage. Players like Sue, players like Scarlet. I mean, one hand is the patch, sure, but even if it wasn't for the patch, I would say that because their activity was much more recent, they're much more informed compared to an Innovation, compared to a TY, compared to a Neeb, for example. or fantasy even. I mean, that's my perception coming into it. Obviously, I don't really know. It comes down to a player-by-player basis or as to how long it takes to get back into shape, right? Like, how long does it take to get back into shape and to be able to kind of shake off all the rust because you're just covered in all the rust. You to shake it all off and to settle back in. Trap as well, right? Trap, he retired end of 2024. True. So, like, Trap, he's also like a more recent retiree. The other flip side is that someone like Fantasy and TY, they might have retired longer ago in SC2, but up until recently they were playing Brood War. True, right? Fantasy, TY, they were competing in Brood War. I think they're the only ones. Like, I don't think Innovation, I don't think he went back into Brood War. I don't think Sue went back into Brood War either. But at least, you know, just thinking about it, Fantasy and TY, they're the two that stick in my mind that stayed competing just in a different game, and some of that like muscle memory, or at least some of that skill and speed will still like translate over a little bit more. So yeah, that I think for me at least that's going to be the most interesting thing to me, is just like what shape were these players in, right? Like, were they able to get back into some semblance of form of what they used to be as well? We'll see. They've been told we'll play on the new patch a few weeks ago. Yes. That's why we mentioned that they were practicing on the PTR. They're practicing on the PTR. See in the chat, Sue did. Oh, there you go. If Sue went back to Brood War after retiring, then again that might help a little bit. Maybe more than others. But now that we're going to be opening up, we do see Innovation setting up for a mine drop, pushing towards the top side. Likewise, Phoenix Opener out of Max Said, trying to gain map control. Again, still nothing too crazy. There's been a couple of skirmishes here and there. I say that actually, oh god, I was going to say that the old team, they're going to be trying to step in. They're trying to push forward. The old team, Pap, yeah, Smurge. The old G's. I mean, hey, they're pushing in towards Fantasy. Fantasy currently is on his own, by the way. Innovation's going for his drop, so he's not here to defend, and the tank gets called out. No siege! Yeah, there's no siege up on the high ground, and Fantasy, he's in trouble. Sue's trying to help. Yeah, Sue does race over, does collapse on 1, 2 Hellions. Marines, they come over as well from Innovation. But that's going to be a kill in the CC. It's close. It's close. Mass repair. CC's going to be saved. Fantasy, he will save himself, and with that Innovation, Sue will force back the opposing team. Force back Coffee and Max Said. There we go. I was trying to think of who exactly was attacking. Back across the map, we have Innovation going for the drop. Nice oh my god. Very nice damage. No WCS game hard, but we're expecting around 10 worker kills here. Heavy damage. Yeah, you can see from 16 down to 6. So 10 workers going down in the main base for Max Said. He was distracted. At the same time, it's finding damage across the map as Sue. Ooh, the Queens are struggling to keep up. After all said and done, after we're settling down, Fantasy is struggling, right? Out of the Korean team, Fantasy is struggling here. He's down in workers. He has a little bit of catching up to do when it comes to the rest of his teammates. Meanwhile, it looks like Bio out of all the Terrans, except for one, that's XY. Yeah, that makes sense. XY is playing mech. Meanwhile, Max Said is rushing Skytoss. On the one hand, yes, Zerg is strong this patch, that is true, but when it comes to team games, especially a team game like this, a 3v3, the likelihood of being able to defend and turtle up and build up into higher tech units is much, much higher. Right now, Max Said is doing a great job here at harassing. He's just distracting Innovation, distracting Fantasy, pulling them back home. Meanwhile, carriers are amassing, and mech is amassing for XY as well. They're kind of building up these perfect armies. They're still a ways away, but they're getting there. And right now, Innovation and Fantasy, they're distracted. Like, they're both trying to keep up. Well, nice catch, catching out 2 Phoenixes towards the end. I catch out a couple of Phoenixes. Likewise, Sue's trying to build up his Lingbane Hydra. Mech is now revealed. Coffee is likewise also being active with what looks to be drop play on the right-hand side. So XY on the left, Coffee on the right. Max Said in the bases. Oh my god. Yo. The old G's, Pappy. The Chinese team. They're doing well. They're applying a lot of pressure. Ex-SKT struggling. And again, we're making 2 carries at a time. Max said that is. He knows how to team game. Oh, setting up for the surround. We see Fantasy coming in from the right, Sue from the left. Brutal choke point. We have 4 tanks sieged up. Phoenix support as well. And we collapse in. Yeah, he's going for it. He's going for the dive. Fantasy a little bit late to flank. Yeah, a little bit late. Likewise, massive tank shots here, mainly Ling Bane, but the tanks, they go down. Yeah, tanks go down. Nice surround. And with that, oh, that's going to be the death of XY's army. XY will lose everything. He'll lose everything. Now it's time to counterattack. Send it, Pappy. Send it. Keep going. So nice cleanup in the end. I did notice that the tanks that were lacking vision on the high ground, and they were also very close to the cliff face as well, so they got focused out by Marines. Rough positioning there from XY. Oof. Phoenix is left idle. And now we break out. Now it's time to break free, Pappy. There's going to be 4 siege tanks on the high ground, so not an easy position to break. Yeah, massive tank shot's going to be going off. We're still trying to force our way through. Innovation comes in from behind. He comes in from behind, pushing in towards the production. And it looks like they win on both fronts. They win on both fronts. And yes, carriers are revealed, but they need more support. They're on their own. At this point, they're on their own. Carrier's trying to hold on. Innovation, he does bust into the main base of XY. Remember, XY is playing mech, so XY, he has no army. He has no army. And XY, he will lose his main. Carriers are trying to help, but alas, there just aren't enough carriers. There's only 4. 4 carriers, no splash damage, no support. We're running out of interceptors. He's running out, Pappy. Ah, the cloak. Monster does try to save what he can. But in the end, it looks like Ex-SKT, they still got it, Pappy. I mean, Fantasy was struggling early on, for sure. Like, they were struggling. And honestly, really good map control out of our Chinese team here. Really good map control, really nice damage. But did overextend when it came to their push. Especially considering that both XY was massing up mech and Maxed was massing up Skytos. The idea of pushing prematurely and being active across the map before you've secured your main like death ball that you're trying to work towards, like, was a little bit ill-advised, right? Like, if you're trying to build up into like this superior army, to go for an earlier attack was very risky, and it cost them the game. It did cost them the game in the end, as they bled out everything. As they lost their main armies, lost their expansions. Again, XY lost his main production. And with that, SKT, Pappy, they're moving in. Yeah, you can see the rally across the map, the parade push, rallying across. And again, there was definitely moments of brilliance for the OGs, for the old guard, with Coffee, XY, and Maxed. But again, considering what they were taking up into, like being overly aggressive early on, again, as we mentioned, was a little bit ill-advised. As it did leave them vulnerable. And with that, there's not really much left here. Sure, Max said he's retained his carriers. True. I mean, carriers are pretty good, but he has retained them. But again, they're losing bases, losing economy. Innovation still in the main base of XY, just ensuring that there is no production left. We see Coffee going for a desperation counterattack, going right through the center to try to catch some reinforcements, but alas, there's only so much that Coffee can do on his own. He's got so many medevacs. Jesus. He's got 1 medevac per marine. Only medevacs, Pappy. And with that, GG gets called. XY and Coffee will tap out, and Maxed will tap out as well. GG. The SKT boys, they still got it. They GG, well played. Again, they are able to eventually overwhelm breakouts. Again, they had a nice kind of collapse on the main army of XY, if you recall. XY had his tanks. We had the Phoenixes on the left-hand side as well, but alas, we were able to collapse on in, come in from multiple angles, break through that tank line, and that was game then and there, right? Immediately just counterattacked, pushed across the map, and GG. GG, well played. With that, SKT, they will win the initial 3v3 show match. They win it. Remember, it was just the best of one. Just the best of one. Just an appetizer of things to come. I don't believe they planned on playing like a full series, from my understanding. I think it was just going to be the best of one into group stage, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what they plan on doing with the show. Likewise, do apologize that you know, we don't have just purely game audio. Hopefully that is cleaned up at some point.
后呢，关键还是放在前面那个没有打到他的基地，导致他这个兵量超出了鸟哥他们的想象。是的，而且那个瞭望塔没有控住的话，也并不知道。
But there we go. There we go. Yeah, looks like we might have a winners interview before we're getting ready for the group stage. Now, when it comes to the group stage, I do believe we're going to be starting with Group D, based on our schedule. So that is going to be the group with Oliveira and Trap alongside. Let me just double check here. It's going to be Oliveira alongside Trap, XY, and Jeshi. So I believe Group D is going to be today, alongside Group A as well. So A is going to be Sue, TY, Coffee, and Fantasy. Yo, damn, that's like that's a hefty group, baby. Ay. Meanwhile, tomorrow is going to be Group B and C, which will be, you know, Neeb, Scarlet, Diego, Impact, Deer, Innovation, and the others. We have an interview.
队伍吧，也是给我们上演了非常精彩的一场比赛啊！想问一下，是怎么被翻的呢？麦克赛德选手。
我们还是进攻的太急了，其实我们控图运营基本上还是比较稳的，就是打的有点急。
那我想问一下，我们这边的韩国选手们，有没有感觉到我们这边的 IG 的3位老将在前期给他们造成比较大的压力呢？
그 IG 팀 선수들이 초반에 혹시 견제가 들어온 게 압박감 느껴진 그런 느낌이 있었어요? 초반 운영할 때.
초반에 게임 끝나는 줄 알았는데 팀원들이 잘 지켜줘서 네, 좋았던 것 같습니다.
其实前期压制的时候，感觉要被输，就是感觉要输掉了比赛，还好我的队友拉了我一下。
是的，我们也想问一下，其实前期 IG 这边是蛮有优势的。当时他们对
We attacked too aggressively. Our Mac was pretty solid. We just rushed the attacks a bit too much. Yeah, that was our sentiments. That was from Max said, of course. Max said, letting us know.
상대방이 초반에 좀
Thank you, baby links, for the translation. Thank you.
가까스로 막아서 저희가 후반 가서 이길 수 있었던 것 같아요.
其实前期 IG 的那个牵制压的还是比较大的，但是我们就稍微的打了一下配合，然后后续才可以翻盘。
其实也是赢得很艰难的。那这边我们也想问一下 IG 三雄，其实这个版本的话，我们这次来打比赛打的是新版本，新版本的改动还是比较大的。我想听一下，另外 IG 两雄对于这个新版本有什么自己的独特理解吗？
这个版本没什么好说的，虫族无敌了呀。
咖啡呢？
我感觉我们输的主要原因是对面有虫族，我们没有。
哇哦，原来是这样啊！到底哪个种族最英霸？我们也是要通过这一次比赛来给大家揭晓了。好的，那我们的表演赛到这里告一段落，我们接下来2点钟会有我们继续的比赛带给大家，让我们稍事休息一下，一会儿回来。
So clearly in chat, so Fantasy, during the early game aggression, I thought we were going to lose. Luckily, my teammates bailed me out. That was, of course, in reference to the fact that Fantasy was dying in that game. He was dying, and Sue and Innovation came in to back him up. So Fantasy was... And to be fair, we were also having those sentiments, how, like, it was a rough start for SKT. Rough start. Taking the new patch. There's not much to say. Zerg is just overpowered. That was from XY. That was XY and Coffee that were speaking on that. So again, invincible. True. But again, thank you so much, baby links, for the translations. We appreciate it. Meanwhile, we're gonna be coming to a break. Here. We do have a nice meme video here. there's a couple of these that they made for some of the old school players, but we're going to be going on a short break. When we come back, we should have that next series. We should have the group. It should be Oliveira and Trap up next after the break. So we'll see you soon after the break. Oh my god. I don't understand all of these memes. I don't understand, but we'll see you soon after the break.